Old houses have stories. They breathe history, creaking floors, worn brick, sunlight sneaking through uneven windows. Every corner has a memory, but renovating one? That's where dreams and disaster often collide. What looks like character on the surface can hide years of neglect underneath. And I've learned the hard way that passion alone doesn't save you from mistakes. So today, I'm going to walk you through the 5 biggest traps that ruin old home renovations, and how to dodge them before they drain your budget and sanity. The first mistake, assuming you can modernize everything. You can't, and you shouldn't. The magic of an old house lies in its imperfections. The wood trim plaster walls and vintage details are what give it soul. The moment you strip those out for clean drywall and glossy cabinets, you erase what made it special. Instead of fighting the age, work with it. Refinish old floors. Don't replace them. Restore old doors. Don't buy new ones. Blend modern convenience with timeless character. That balance is where authenticity lives. The second mistake, skipping a proper inspection. Most people fall in love with the look, not the structure. They see arches and old charm, but forget to check what's behind the walls. Old homes often hide electrical nightmares, leaking pipes and foundations that have shifted over decades. Before you touch a single paintbrush, get a structural engineer or inspector who actually specializes in historical properties. They'll tell you what's holding up and what's waiting to collapse. Spending a few $100s early can save you tens of thousands later. The third mistake, underestimating time and cost. Every old house project takes twice as long and costs 3 times as much as you expect. That's not pessimism, that's experience. You remove one section of wall and discover a colony of problems. Water damage, rotted beams, wiring from 1960, that's a fire hazard. Build your budget around surprises. Add at least 25% extra in both time and money. That buffer is what keeps you from panicking halfway through when the quick weekend job turns into a 6-month saga. The fourth mistake, using the wrong materials. Modern houses are built differently, and what works in new construction often fails in old structures. For example, old plaster walls need breathable paint, not latex that traps moisture. Lime mortar belongs between old bricks, not modern cement that cracks them apart. Even insulation choices matter. Dense foam can suffocate walls that were designed to breathe. Before you buy anything, research the building methods of your home's era. Old houses need respect, not shortcuts. And the fifth mistake, maybe the biggest one, is ignoring the emotional cost. Renovating an old house is romantic at first. You imagine yourself uncovering original hardwood or restoring a forgotten fireplace. But there will be nights when you question everything. When the budget's gone, the dust never ends, and progress feels invisible. If you go in expecting perfection, you'll burn out. But if you go in expecting growth, expecting to learn patience, craftsmanship, and resilience, you'll come out stronger than when you started. Because old homes don't just teach you how to build. They teach you how to endure. Here's the truth. You're not just fixing walls or floors, you're carrying a legacy forward. Every nail you drive, every board you sand, connects past to present. You're keeping a story alive, and stories deserve care, not speed. So before you start your renovation, remember these 5 things. Respect the home's history. Inspect before you invest. Budget for chaos. Match materials to their time. And most importantly, don't lose your love for the process. Because in the end, when the dust clears and the paint dries, you won't just have a beautiful home. You'll have a living piece of craftsmanship, something no modern build can replicate. Old houses aren't easy, but they reward those who listen. Every beam and crack has something to say, if you're patient enough to hear it. If this helped you avoid some costly mistakes, hit subscribe, keep building smart, and remember, renovation isn't about making something new. It's about making something worthy again.